What's up, guys? Welcome to the very first video of Small Biz Love. Today we're going out to my old stomping grounds, my hometown, San Gabriel Valley. It was inevitable that the first one was going to be out here. I know a lot of places personally. I'm excited to go out here. Ever since I moved out of San Gabriel Valley about 4 years ago, every time I go back I'm always excited. I didn't realize how much I would appreciate that place until I left it. Oh, this fucking clown with his no neck. What are you staring at, no neck? We're linking up with my boy George Wang, who, if you don't follow this guy on Instagram, you gotta get on that. This guy's got one of the best social media accounts. He's a hilarious stand-up comedian. He has a very cool presence on social media. One of the things that I really love is he does actually a skate school. I've never seen anything like it. So he's pretty much a skateboard teacher, and he does a lot of TikToks and Instagram. But George has been kind of a local legend in San Gabriel for a while. He was one of the best skateboarders around back in the day. Thank you guys for tuning in. Enjoy the video, and I'm on my way to check out this first small business.
And all of and justice and even and all of and since you wait. Even and all of and justice and even and all of and
bought my new car about Alexis fucking cash, and the guy made a joke like, oh, you've been selling a lot of drugs this month. I was like, no, actually I'm playing skate lessons, bro, like legally. He's like, damn, skating. I was like, yeah. I never once ever thought like one day I'm gonna make a career out of this. I just loved it, and I showed up for it. It's a funny thing the way life worked out, because I went through so much shit only to return back to who I originally was. And there's a quote that says, no matter how high the tallest tree may grow, the leaf will always fall back down to its roots. And that's what happened. So like I went on this crazy fucking journey of like working the online, you know, being the sales account executive, you know, business guy, and like everyone knew I wasn't a fit. Everyone was like, this is not you. Like, no matter what I did. Then I was on the road 10 years selling tattoo shit. Even the tattoo artists were like, man, you need to fucking start a YouTube channel or whatever. And you know, comedy was great, but comedy is just like, unless you're got this Netflix fan base, you're not gonna be, you know, fucking killing it every month. It's a hard job. Before the pandemic hit, I got really sick. I got this really rare disease called Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, where half of your facial nerves gets paralyzed. So it's like having a stroke. So you're Two-Face from Batman. Not only are you like, you have vertigo, you can't eat food properly. Like everything I would eat, I just throw up. I lost all this weight. Yeah. The best thing I got out of it is I got a free six-pack, just being like skinny and ripped from not eating. And because of this sickness, I lost everything. I lost my job. I lost my money. I lost I got denied for disability. So I was just getting sucked dry. So for 3 months, I couldn't work, I couldn't skate, I couldn't do comedy, I couldn't do shit. I was just bedridden. And like, I think that during that time, it's like, you know, they say you have to die a few deaths before you can find, like, that was the rebirth of me. Because I went in with like, you know, clean cut George, fucking nice haircut every 2 weeks, to like coming out like fucking Mongolian barbecue hair. The only dude who was trying to help me out was my dad. And one day he picked me up and he took me to go eat at Costco. We were eating like hot dogs, and I got mad because I couldn't swallow the hot dog. So I was like yelling out, why are you taking me to Costco? I hate eating hot dogs. I thought this was the end of me, you know? I threw up on him. I just remember the hot dog like all over his face, and just the look. He's like, fuck! Wiping the hot dog off. This is your fault. You know why it's your fault. At that moment, he really like got through to me. He gave me this Carl Jung quote. Like, he felt real bad, and it said, "I am not what has happened to me. I am who I choose to become." And I fucking literally just looked at my calendar, and I'm like, ugh, like it was like a Disney movie. I was like, I don't care how dizzy I am, I will skate every fucking day. Like even if I couldn't ollie, couldn't do shit. I was like, I'm gonna go and do a turn today. You know, I'm gonna go roll down the driveway today. Every day, every fucking day, no matter how bad I was. And I would try comedy. I bombed so badly, like people couldn't understand me, but I had to even go through that again. I was used to people laughing to like people like, is he okay? And I just slowly got better. I slowly started to see like improvement. You know, no one was working, comedy clubs got shut. And as a creator, that's when me and my comedian friend always talk about it. It's like real creators will fucking create content regardless. You can take us off the stage, you can put us in a jail, we'll find a way to film some shit. Somehow one of my best friends got me a gig to run an after school program. You're like a teacher but after school teacher. And I took it seriously. I took that job like I was fucking like the coach from Mighty Ducks. This girl I was dating convinced me to go on TikTok. I was totally against it, but I'm glad I did because my stand-up comedy went viral on there, kinda. Like I got to 10,000 followers in like a month from stand-up, just stand-up comedy. And then it plateaued. And then I didn't know how to grow it beyond that. I started my own side teaching kids. I had 4 clients. And I did a lesson with this little kid. He's really like just an adorable Chinese kid. And it's like watching a fucking anime with this kid. Like he's the guy like that's like, go dad! And he's like on your shoulder at like an anime. Like, you know, like the tears. So I put a session, I made it funny, I did a voiceover over our lesson. But I did it funny. Like I was like, make sure to avoid cracks, and then I'll show him hitting a crack because crack kills, and like it was just corny and funny. Dude, it went viral as fuck. It got 4 million views, and I got 50,000 followers overnight. And then I threw another lesson up, that shit got 2 million views. And the next thing you know, I was at 100,000 followers. I went from 4 to probably hundreds of kids. I had never even imagined like I could live a life just skating everywhere all day and making money. It was a lot of work. It's funny when they say that when you're your own boss, you work harder than you ever did, but it doesn't feel like work. I was so fucking tired because I'd be like with so many kids and then having to edit my videos. Like I'd edit falling asleep. That literally gave birth to this whole thing, and I'm so blessed because it changed my life. Yeah, it's just so fucking crazy, dude. Like how I went from broke, sick. I remember sitting there with my friend, one of my good friends, like asking her, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do in the next 4 months. Like, can I go work at your dad's like garage? And so here I am, like thinking, like, fuck, dude, living the truest, bestest dream I've always had since a kid, which was just go out all day and skate, bring the vibes, and then just go home with a smile on my face. And I get to give that all back to kids. And what I love is like, I'm not giving them that skate camp lesson where it's like, I give them more. We do Wu-Tang Wednesday. I teach them about hip-hop. I teach them about life. I'm planting those seeds so they don't grow up to be fucking tool dads. You know, like I want them to be dope. So comedy is rewarding short term. Like nothing feels better than flooring a room, you know, going up after someone who killed and like, you know, being able to follow someone good and like holding it down. That I can't even explain to you. But with a kid, like kids, teaching kids, it's long term. Carries on for the rest of your life. Like, yeah, some people might remember a good show, but they'll probably forget it by the next week. I mean, that's where we're at. You know, I get to fucking eat and have beers with you at 12 o'clock. Like, and not worry about going back, oh, I gotta be late. Office needs me at 2. I get to cruise to a skate park at like 4. Like, what's up?